Oh, yes, in Marco, but we're going to the floor, to the National Assembly again, but this time with Terry Kumi. So, Terry, give us an update. What's happening where you are?
Hello, Chamberlain. So buses are arriving and dropping off lawmakers, and they are arriving in their numbers. About 4 buses have so far arrived. The entire lobby is fully decorated. The area of the House of Reps is decorated in green, and that of the Senate is decorated in red. I must tell you that security around this area is really, really tight, and only persons who are accredited to be here are here at the moment. Where we're still working with a 9:30 timing. But for now, everything seems to be going smoothly. It's a combined effort or a mixed effort of both the police, the DSS. We have men of the fire service here as well, and also NSCDC available here.
Oh, that's interesting. Just for an election, you have all those people there. But Terry, is there any reports, any word about this allegation making the rounds about a certain green card with some dollar-denominated currency attached to it? Any rebuttal from anyone there?
Oh yes, I have one of the lawmakers here, Abdulrazak Namdas. He was in the 8th Assembly, was a spokesman of the 8th Assembly, and he's here to speak to us on that. Honorable Namdas,
yes.
Thank you for speaking to us. Now let's just go straight to the main issue on ground. There are allegations that your party is sharing 10,000 naira to some lawmakers to vote for the Femi Wase partnership.
Well, I'm very surprised to say that we've been given some money to vote. I think, with due respect, I think we have passed this stage. We are legislators, people that have been elected to serve this country, and we are doing that with all honesty, dedication, and vote buying in Nigeria is a crime, not just even in the National Assembly, anywhere. This is a campaign that has been going on, and we are the ones even talking about it too. We have not been given any amount of money. If there are people who are really worried that they are going to lose an election, they should be ready to lose an election. But I'm telling you, what is happening here is that we are going to vote our conscience, and we vote the leaders we believe that will emerge. And so nobody should be telling us that we have been given any amount of money. I am not. Nobody gave us any.
How about the issue of cards? We understand that some cards were shared to some of your members who will be voting for the Femi Wase partnership.
I am surprised. I don't know. You don't vote with the cards. There are ballot papers everywhere in the world. Ballot papers exist, and you don't even have access to those ballot papers. But if there are cards, membership cards of a political party, it's not the wrong thing. If I have a membership card of Femi Bajamila, it's not the wrong thing. But to cast vote, there are ballot papers, you don't even have access to it. So how can you even get a card in advance to start voting? It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that you go in the full glare of the people, your name will be called, you have an agent who will be watching over you, and they give you a ballot paper and you cast your vote. So if somebody said you have a card, will the card qualify? Is it the ballot paper? Does the card qualifies you to go and cast your vote? It doesn't make sense. I think for me, that is a different thing altogether.
Is it now settled as to whether we would have the open or the closed ballots?
Well, anything happens. I have had some court cases yesterday. I am not sure what is happening because I'm not the umpire. But I used to know that in the House of Representatives, we used to do secret balloting. For us, whether it is secret or open, we are confident that we will emerge here today. So we are not worried about it.
Honorable Namdas, thank you so much for speaking with us.
So
Chamberlain, there you have it. It's quite clear that the issue of open or secret ballots would be the main focus today, and we're waiting to see whether or not how that plays out. But then, as Larry initially pointed out, the nominations that would have to be made on the floor of the of both chambers before anybody can come up as stand for the position of either speaker or deputy speaker will have to also come.
Fantastic reporting. Thank you very much indeed, Terry Kumi. Let's bring you back here. We've got Ide Egwabo, policy analyst. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Well, they always vote their conscience, at least they say. So no matter whichever way, whatever anyone says, they will vote their conscience. Yeah. But concerning what's making around now about this vote buying, even for these elections, what's your impression?
Wow, too many fronts on this matter. Too many fronts. First, let me say that I am in shock that in our National Assembly, a critical arm of government that's saddled with churning out laws, just to be able to elect one of them or some of them as first among equals. Monies will be exchanging hands. It is sad.
Even though we're not sure that we didn't see it. That's what some of them say.
There is no doubt about that anymore.
You believe it?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Why $10,000? Why not $1,000? Why not 10,000 naira? Why $10,000? Not one, not two, not three people. More people have confirmed it. In any case, my worry is essentially that in all of this, nobody has as yet told me that because this aspirant is very progressive, because this aspirant is very endowed with, the knowledge of,
They've said it at some point, though.
I'm saying, if Aliu Dume is an aspirant, we ought to be looking and examining him vis-a-vis the ideology, the philosophy, and the charter of his party, to say, oh, can he drive this in legislative matters? But that's not what we are hearing. All we hear is from the north here, northwest, northeast, north south, and stuff like that, which is to me an embarrassment. Because in other climes, you are looking at whether this guy is moderate enough to look at the other sides, the other side of the coin, and be able to dispassionately take out the salient and positives in their views.
If I understand you, one can still be all that, and they all come from a region. So are you then
Yeah, but
suggesting...
the region first. They are not saying the region is now first. What I have heard in all this campaign is that the Northwest has not had this North Central has not had this. That's.
You think that is unimportant?
I don't know where that is taking our politics to.
You think it's unimportant?
For federal character, yes, but I'm saying for the legislative arm of government, who should be president of the Senate must be somebody who is capable of being an acting president and commander-in-chief.
But aren't they all? Because if Nigerians elected those members to get in there, they are deemed to be qualified. Just as you say, first among equals.
If we keep dragging this matter, we are going bottomless. Because when you say elected, we all know it's quote and unquote. We all know, we don't want to go into the debate of how these elections went. But I'm looking at ideology. I'm looking at principles. And because in those days you could tell that Okadigbo was a very practical and strong philosopher, a Democrat. And so if he was of the NPN, or whatever party else, he stood out.
So, are you suggesting that the way this is going, if the way the leadership may likely emerge, or if the leadership emerges as is being touted, is that going to affect the quality of lawmaking or representation or the role of the legislature in a democracy?
I think you have said it.
No, it's a question.
No, it's not a question, it's a statement.
Oh dear.
Let's be honest.
It was meant to be a question.
I agree with the statement.
No, it's a question.
Let's get your response to that.
See, Chamberlain, Oshomole started this whole campaign for the leadership elections on the wrong note.
How?
Because to come out in a military fashion to say we have decided this, we have decided that, and then all the party members are expected to toe the line. That was cock and bull.
But it's working. It's working for the party.
It is not working for the party. It doesn't show maturity. It hasn't shown that. See, if the party had called these caucuses, they sit down together and they have chosen one of them or chosen people who will fill in the spaces in all the vacancies and kept quiet.
But isn't it ending well? Because in today's dailies, he was quoted to have said, look at that, we're still talking to Ndume, says Oshomole. Is it ending well?
Yeah, but last week, what did you also hear? That he had been told to shut up and not to say anymore. Yesterday, I watched him on channels. He was sober. He was very, very subdued.
But many of the lawmakers have already said that, look, if the national chairman is not going to be part of the election on the floor of the House, that it's going to be just them. So, and a number of other people have also said, look, when we get to the floor of the House, party affiliation is subsumed. So
it ought to be so. It ought to be so. But you see, what I'm saying is, if you know you have the numbers and you are not too sure of some of your members, then you go and do what we call lobbying.
What do you think will be the deciding criteria today? I mean, by 9:30, they should be
If the
through the process. What will be the deciding criteria for you?
If the PDP sticks together and have a block vote, they will get it. Whoever they vote for is who will go to the White House.
That's a big if, because
No, it's not a big if. I'm serious.
it's not clear that they will stick
If
together.
the PDP as a block vote puts their ballot in this box, that's the boss who will get it.
Yeah, but I say it's a big if because, number one, you need to look at the numbers on the floor of the Senate. Whether or not PDP sticks together, they don't have those numbers because if all APC members stick together, they deliver Senate presidency.
It's not possible already for the APC members to stick together.
Then in the Senate, which I beg your pardon, on the floor of the House, in the House now,
Same thing.
we have members of PDP who are from Lagos. Are they going to vote against?
No. You see, I'm not looking at Lagos.
No,
Kaduna.
they are still members of PDP.
Yeah, what I'm
with
saying,
respect to sticking together. So that may not happen, them sticking together.
No, you are suggesting that the PDP members from Lagos State will vote Bajamila because
I'm asking that they may. What if that happens?
There's no guarantee. I'm saying to you that if the PDP as a party has all its senators vote en bloc, that's who will get it. It has happened before. It might happen again.
Okay, it's something that we will keep our eye on most definitely, and it's something that we're also going to call you back again to also take a look at. But we have to appreciate your comment on this morning. Ide Guabo is a public policy analyst, tongue twisting, but